So I have been sitting on some psychic information for well over a week. I haven't known how to share it, and Spirit hasn't authorized me to share it yet. It's good. I will just gonna put you out of your misery. It's good, but it's so big. And finally, I got the green light from Spirit on what I can share, and that now it's time. Now I've recorded this video and erased and started over like 3 times because this is a lot. So I'm just gonna do it. So this information comes from what I've received from Spirit, what I have seen in the patterns and looking around, and what I know about Ascension and how I've been studying this over the past, 7 years. So here's how it all fits together. Let's go. So humanity has been on this ascending path, on a path of growth, of human evolution. We're trying to expand our consciousness, evolve, and along the way, we've been healing from the collective shadows of the past. You have to do that in order to go further. You got to dump out your baggage before you have room for more. Now, we've been working real hard, especially in the last 10 or 20 years. And so every time we do that, we go past these like collective marker points, that opens us to new potentials and possibilities. This election was a big one, a big, 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 big one. Because the whole thing with this election, and this is what I've been saying since day one, this is not about the two candidates. It's not about the presidency at all. I hate to tell you. This is about what we as a human family are ready for collectively. Those two candidates represent the archetypes of the old and the new, of the old toxic masculine and the divine feminine and balanced masculine going forward. Sorry, I cut myself off. The fact that those two candidates were even in the forefront shows how we've evolved collectively. And I've said that in other videos. We've had other female presidential candidates before, and society wasn't quite ready to embrace them, number one. And number two, they perhaps didn't represent the full spectrum of how we're changing and evolving and where we want to go as a human family. Now, I know y'all are looking at this and you're saying, but Gia, she didn't win, and that orange asshole won. Like, I hear you. But did he win? Like, did he? Listen, if you're all here in the 4 a.m. club, you know what we think. We think he didn't. We think there was cheating. There's plenty of evidence to show something is amiss about this election. Not only that, not only the logic and the data and all of that, we had the awakening. That's why we're here. We're the 4 a.m. club, where we woke up that night or in the hours after and we're like, no, this is not reality. No. So here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we got to this point. We've had months leading up to this election to hear all the nonsense about Orange Man, about that old world shit, about Project 2025. We've been hearing all of it. And we've also seen this new candidate emerge, and the joy and the hope and the elation and the promise. And we got so stoked on it. We got so stoked they had marching bands going to polling places. We had the DNC convention. We've had joy and hope and positivity like never before. So all of this leading up to that day, that's the bigger picture number one. And now what we're in bigger picture number two, because here's what happened. All of those guides and the guardians, all of the masters, everyone from up high, up above, who's watching down on us here on earth, who's looking after us, who's helping us evolve, who's keeping tabs on the evolution of humanity. They've been watching us all. And they've been watching for what we're going to do. What's the decision? What are we going to choose? How do we want to move forward? What I feel in my gut and what I know from watching the numbers, watching the data, watching the trends for months leading up to this election, what I believe in my core is that she won by a landslide, a resounding landslide. Now, we'll probably never know because we believe that the evidence was tampered with. We believe that the numbers were falsified. My intuition says that, if I'm being generous, maybe a third of the people voted for him, if I'm being generous. And of those third, I think only a very small percentage actually are with the old ways. They want to control. They have hate. They have darkness in their heart. They want more of that. The rest of the people who voted for him have been deceived. And they voted because they weren't fully in control of their choice, because of their grooming, because of their fears, because of all of that other stuff that pushed them into a belief that was not freely made. So you got 2/3 of the people who say, hey, we want to go this other way. And we have another huge subset of the other third that just need more time for their growth. They need more awakening experiences. They need to heal from their shadows so that they can come out of the spell and make a different decision for their future. And all of this together, that was our cosmic vote. That's us telling the universe and the creator beings and all those who watch over us, who are helping us ascend, that's us casting our vote to the universe and saying, we want to go in this other direction. And you know what I think? I think we shut the moon on this one. I think there was a potential for her to win and us to just skip along that timeline so that people who have been taught to be afraid of her, to be afraid of progressives, of those on the left, of those in the Blue Donkey Party, those who have been taught to be afraid of all that and all the things that the Orange Man yells about, could slowly awaken and come to terms and softly come to another belief. I think that was the outcome we all were hoping for, right? So now, what happens when we shoot the moon? That means we get more than what we bargained for in the fastest way possible. And how do we get it fast? We have to heal the shit first. You guys have heard me harping on this for weeks now. You got to heal. We got to let go. We got to raise our consciousness because we get to catch up to what's coming next. And that's why things got so crazy so fast with our Bond villain monologuing. You heard me talk about that with all this crazy shit that's coming out. And we have whiplash like, what's next? What's now? What the fuck is going on? We have been given the fast track to heal and lighten up and release our baggage and move to what's coming next so swiftly. We passed the test with flying colors. We're going to get something so much better than we bargained for. Because listen, if she had just won, we would still be fighting him and all the people in power would find new ways to come into power. But instead, what we're seeing is the imminent destruction of the Red Elephant Party. We're seeing these people being outed for their buffoonery, for their crimes, for their asshattery. And I know we're all mad saying, well, what are they doing about it? They're going to get away with it. Listen, I hear you, but zoom out. Look at the bigger picture. We're having revelations of the corruption on such a rapid scale. This is unprecedented. And then side note, you've got this new focus on the extraterrestrials and what's coming there and all these increased UAP sightings. Are you getting it? Like, we have been put on the fast track to ascension, to rejoining our cosmic family, to get into the 5D. Y'all, we can't just bypass our way and close our eyes and plug our ears and hope we get to the higher timeline. You got to go through all your healing first. And we're doing that in record time because of the shit that's unraveling. Now, having said all of this, and I checked with Spirit, again, I checked with Spirit just before I made this video. I've been checking with Spirit constantly. Are we on the right track? Are we still going for what we say we want? And Spirit keeps assuring me, yes, we're still going toward that. But I also think that we are about to get something so much bigger. I don't know when. I don't know how long it's going to take. I want it fast just like you are. Excuse me, just like you do. I'm choking. And that's where it gets into the other stuff, the other information I've received that I'm not supposed to share here. It's so big and incredible and amazing. This is why you see me laughing. You see me giddy. You guys, we shot the moon and we are getting so much better than what we asked for. Now, when and if I get the green light from Spirit to share the other stuff, I absolutely will. What I think needs to happen is, I think the people who are ready to go full woo with me on this one, I think we need to get in a private circle for those who are ready. For the rest of you who just want, hey, are we good with the election? I'll keep that on TikTok. But for those of you who want to go deeper into Ascension and the cosmic plan, make sure you're on my email list. Go to the link in bio and sign up, because when I'm ready to do the full woo circle, you will be the first to know. So it's all good, fam. Do your healing, get into those shadows, clear your trauma, clear your fear. It's going to get us there so much faster. We did it.